Welcome back, Beez Bladers, and welcome newcomers to Beez Blades. I am Brian, and I post knife unboxings, overviews, and full reviews with my opinions after I carry them, disassemble them, use them, sharpen them, you name it. If it's modern knife or even everyday carry related, I want to check it out. Special thank you to my supporters on Patreon and my engaged subscribers that tap on the like button and comment on the regular. You guys are an active part of the knife community, and you are awesome. Check out my Instagram at Beez Blades, and if you want to send a donation or a knife to the channel for review, my mailing address is in the description, along with Beez Blades affiliate links to knives, sharpening supplies, maintenance. There's a 10% off discount code to all 3 Mojave outdoor online retail sites in the description. They are an exclusive like Kizer retailer. That's what they're all about. And there's also a 10% off code for KPL Knife Pivot Lube in the description below. 100% of any kickback I get, it goes right back into giveaways. So it's a win-win for you guys and me, right? So quick disclaimer, Mojave Outdoors sent this knife to me for free. I'm not sponsored or under any obligation whatsoever. I'm 100% free to share my candid thoughts and opinions. So let's get in here and see what she looks like, boys and girls. Make a nice swing. Tell you what, there's nothing like a nice sharp knife. Love it, love it, love it. All right, can we get it out of here? There we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look, it's a round circle. Where did that come from? So here's the outside of the box. I don't want to tear up my box, I can tell you that. As we shake the world apart. Do that. Do that. Dun, 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 dun. This is a big box. It's a nice one, too. Check that out. Would you look at it? So there's the box. And what's inside? Oh, stickers. Got some swag. Got a little bit of swaggage. Mojave Outdoor, your best knife retailer. And this is their logo, Mojave Outdoor. And, ooh, here's the knife. There it is. Let me wipe it off real quick. So, I have been checking out Kizer lately, and this got on my radar. Ooh, look at that. Check it out. I'll get up nice and close here. You guys take a look at it. This is the Kizer Deadpool Harpoon. It's a fixed blade budget knife sold exclusively for Mojave Outdoor. And it's a D2 steel. Man, look at that micarta. You know, some folks don't like the micarta. You either do or you don't, or you're indifferent. I freaking love Kizer's micarta, especially this. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So let's see what else we got in the box here before I go all ape crap over one thing. Let's get to the rest of it. Okay, there we go. What we got here? So we got a cleaning cloth. Dun, dun, dun. Got a cleaning cloth. And what we got here? Got some pictures of stuff. Multilingual. If you want to read that, you can read it. Take a screenshot. Okay, and that's it. All right. So here is the case. And we'll go over all the good stuff. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool, guys. My first fixed blade to check out. And I'm kind of excited. Now, Mojave Outdoor, they got these in stock. And in like 2 seconds flat, they were sold out. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to wait forever. But it wasn't but just a few days. And they are all back in stock now. So you can go get them one for yourself. They're 59 bucks. But with the 10% off, they're at 53 bucks. So you're looking at $53 for this knife. So let's blaze through the Super 7. Specs, fit, finish, comparisons, ergos, action, and opinions. And not necessarily in that order. I'll list measurements from Mojave Outdoor and take measurements after the video. If anything is significantly different from what I tell you now, of course, you know, if you know, you know. It'll be up on the screen. I always put that up there for you, okay? So let's get a quick weight. Let's see what she weighs. All right, so the knife by itself, 4.23, and let's see what it weighs with the sheath. Looks like 6.03, so 6 with the sheath, and 4.23 or 4.24 without the sheath. Okay, and moving right along. So I'm going to get in here so you can look at it while we just run over this stuff really quick like. So your overall length is 7.75 inches. Your blade is 3.875 inches. Your blade width is 1.375. Your blade thickness is 0.15. And I will put the thickness behind the edge up on the screen as I always do. Unless you're new here, that's what I always do. Go check them out. The blade material is D2, and you got a nice looking, I'm already liking this, harpoon looking blade style with a flat grind and a black finish. The handle length is 3.875 inches, and it is 1 inch thick, and 1 inch wide, and the thickness is what? 0.56, so just over a ½ inch thick. Are we focused? I always say my focus needs more focus. So the handle is black and red micarta, and we'll talk about that in a second. You can't get any more ambidextrous than a fixed blade, right? And the sheath is Kydex, and we'll go over that too here in just a minute. First, we'll do some size comparisons. So thickness-wise, you can see we're look about the same as the Kizer horn. Yeah, it's thicker than the Kizer horn, and I'll put a couple up here for you. Here's the Civivi backlash, which those look just about the same as far as width. And where's another one? Here, pull some Civivis up. Here is the brazen. Pretty close. And what's another one? Here's pair 3. So it's not a big chunker by any means. It's a little bit thicker than the pair 3. So I'm going to set some up here. I know a lot of you guys will have 1 or 2 of these knives, and you can decide if this knife is the right size for you. So here is the Mannix 2. I'm going to try to put them up about equal. And as always, the Tenacious. Gotta put the Tenacious up there. So it has a longer blade than the Tenacious. It's longer than the Mannix 2, definitely. Okay, moving right along. Here's the pair 3. I'm kind of going by where the blade starts instead of the pivot, since we don't have a pivot. That's new. That's definitely something new to me. So there's your backlash. Oh, let me get you on the screen here. Sorry. I guess I need to move out. I like to be, you guys know I love close-ups. Love to be all right up in there. So there's those. Here's the riffle and the brazen. Got me under pressure. I don't know why I've got that song in my head. And I'll do a couple more. A lot of you guys have the CJRB Feldspar. I don't know why, but I always want to say it that way. It's the Feldspar. So the Feldspar is longer than this knife. As far as sharpen length, it is not. So we have less handle. Here's a Pilar 3. So you can see the handle on the Pilar 3 is actually longer. Depending on where you consider handle. If you do it like this, it's not. So I guess it's all a matter of where you're looking from. So if we do this here, the Feldspar has a longer handle. So there you go. Feldspar, which a lot of people have, that gives you a really good length comparison. And here's your blade comparison. So you have a deeper blade, which I'm guessing is going to give you some better blade geometry. We shall see. We shall see. And just for funsies, you guys know what this is. One of the most popular knives this year, AD 20.5. Okay, moving right along. If you are still watching, do me a big favor and show Beez Blades some love with a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And you will miss new content, giveaways, and live streams if you don't select all next to the bell button. Trust me, I know this from personal experience. There's people I've subscribed to and I've missed all kinds of stuff. It's because I didn't click the bell button to hit all. So just letting you know. And by the way, there is another giveaway coming. So action. You're like, what action? Well, let's check out the action. And something I've thought about is that with everyday carry fixed blades, you don't have to worry about blade play, lock up percentage, what's in the pivot, you know, are there washers or bearings that are going to get gunked up? Is there something that's going to slow down the action? How's the detent? How's the blade centering? Well, I can tell you this blade is perfectly centered. What? Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? But you don't have any of that stuff to worry about. You know, how the pocket clip feels when you're gripping the knife, when cutting stuff, plain and simple, you know. Here you go. It's a knife. So another thing that I always go over is the action. You know, what would the action be? Well, obviously, the only action you're going to be taking with this knife is in and out of the sheath, so that would be my guess. Let's check out the action in and out of the sheath. So let's see what it's like going in there. Okay, all right. And like I said, this is my first fixed blade, so this is a new experience for me. So this is what it looks like in the sheath. And while we got it in there, let's take a look. So this is how much you've got coming out. There's plenty to get a hold of the knife. This is what it looks like in there. It's nice and snug. So as far as the sheath, I was curious about how that was going to be. So it looks like you can carry it. I guess it would be personal preference. You could carry this either direction. You could carry it cross carry and pull it like this, or you could carry it on your side if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, there's plenty of room for your belt to go through here and carry it crossed, you know, on your right-hand side to pull with your left hand. So I guess all in all, these which snap off, can go on either side. So you can carry, okay, now my question is answered. I'm learning this right along with you guys if you haven't seen one of these. So this is ambidextrous. I don't see why not. I mean, looking at the, let me back out just a little bit for you guys. Looking at it, everything is symmetrical. I don't see any reason why this isn't ambidextrous, unless you're talking about the aesthetics of the snaps. But if it's the other direction, this doesn't look bad either. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm trying not to sit here and just gawk too much, but let's see what it feels like here. It's pretty solid. Man, that is solid. I was curious how that felt. Let me give it a shake. Oh, it is not coming out, and I'm putting a lot of force to it. It's not coming out of that sheath. You got to pull it out of that sheath. Okay, all right, okay, all right. I'm not sure what these are made out of. It seems to be some type of material. Or is it material with leather on top? Or guys, I'm not sure, but there's an up close and personal look at the material. Not sure exactly what it's made of. I mean, it could be leather. Sniff test, I don't smell anything. So, not sure about that one. Acoustics. Here's your acoustics in and out of the sheath. Reminds me of a pew-pew. Well, you gotta give it some force to get it in there. Oh, there it goes. Doesn't that sound like something else? Okay, there's your acoustics. So let's do fit and finish, okay? So here's your sheath. If you want to check out the fit and finish of what we've got, which there's not a whole lot to it. Heavy duty Kyvex. Oh, okay, all right. I guess this would be part of the action. Would be. Okay, I see. So to take it out, it has a little. I guess you'd call it a thumb ramp. You just push on that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, all right. You guys can tell that I'm not a fixed blade carrier. But I can tell you one thing. I'm going to be carrying this. I'm going to start carrying this like right after the video. That's pretty cool. So that makes it easy out. You just pop it with your thumb. I didn't even notice that before. See there? Okay, cool. Very cool. So let's look at the finish of our blade. All right. Up close. So looks like we got a spot right here. I don't know. I think that might be from me taking it in and out of the sheath. Probably. Because I was putting it in crooked. And it looks like I've taken off material where I think I was actually trying to cut into the sheath. Because you shouldn't do things like that on camera. But when you put it in properly, it slides right in. That's what she said. So I think what I was doing there earlier, I was forcing it, trying to basically cut through the sheath. So I put some stuff on there. But looking back at it, so this has some texture, not much, but it does have some texture to it. Let me see if I can get in here for you. Let's do this way. Can you see that texture? And right here, you got Harpoon. It's Maverick Customs. Yeah, I got that sheath all over it. Can you hear that? So there's your texture, and there's your blade. It looks like it has a pretty good blade grind. Let me flip it over for you to see this side of the grind. Boy, that's a pretty even grind, man. I'm telling you. The more knives I get, the more I realize that it's hard to get a nice factory grind. And what do we got here? What is this? Yeah, I did. See, I was doing it on camera, and I was literally forcing it in the sheath. All these black pieces you see, that's where I was putting it in the sheath incorrectly, and I was actually, that shows you how sharp this thing is. Oh, it is sharp. Very nice. Very nice. That's what these little black pieces were, is where I was actually shaving off a little side of the Kydex sheath. So that's all right. And I'll clean this off. I'll see if that cleans off. I'm sure it will. All right, moving right along. Let's check out the handle. Boy, you can really see that micarta now that I've got it zoomed in. Look at that. It has such a nice texture. So it looks like this is all fit well. It looks nice. It's nice and tight. I'm not gonna say it. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. We got a lanyard hole back here. And what are those? Probably T8s or something to that effect. I don't know if you're going to be taking this apart a whole lot unless you change the scales maybe. They're pretty good size. They might even be T10. But there's a look at that. What kind of tip we got here? I can get all this stuff off from cutting up the sheath. It's okay. The tip is nice and sharp, and we've got plenty of oomph behind it, so it's not going to be an easy breaker offer. So that's a really good thing. You know, I don't know if it's skeletonized in here or not. It feels really comfortable. I would say treat this knife like an everyday carry, except for it's a fixed blade. You know, by that I mean I wouldn't be, you know, splitting wood or anything with it, but it's got to be strong because there's no lock to worry about. You know, the finish of the hardware looks nice. And the finish of the blade looks nice. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. It's not paint. It's some kind of PVD or something like that. It might even be the tie coating. Yeah, I didn't know what was in here, so otherwise I would know that for you. Do we have anything over here? We got Kizer, and it's D2, and there's your brand, or not your brand, but your model number. Okay, that's pretty cool. And this micarta. So I can tell you this, the micarta will patina, if you will. It will get darker and more deep red. And if you want, you can put oil, whatever kind, you know, mineral oil or something like that. And this will get a deep blood red. I do know that for a fact. And they even told me, Mojave told me to put some oil on it if I wanted it the deep dark red. But you know, I think I've decided I'm gonna let it do it on its own. So my fingers and the oils for my fingers will give it that nice, you know, patina used look. I think that's where I'm going. And I always like to test the geometry of the blade with, you know, like some hard leather, cardboard, or double up the cardboard, see how well it passes through material. And of course, I always give you guys a glimpse of what that looks like. But, you know, there'll be a clip up there. And I'll also put a picture or a clip up here of what it looks like in the belt and in the pocket. I'm curious what it's going to be like, you know, just putting it straight in the pocket. What's that going to be like? And then for Ergo's reference, my hand, when closed, back out just a little bit. Pretty good.
That is
my
solid.
hand when closed up here is about 4 inches, and right here is about 3.5 inches. So we'll see what it feels like in the grip. Ooh, man, that feels nice. And these are contoured and rounded. So, I mean, are there hot spots? No. There's nothing to be a hot spot here, really. And look at that thumb ramp. Wow, that is comfortable. There's nothing that feels uncomfortable or sharp. What's the top of the spine here look like? Got a little bit of a swedge going on right here. And this, your finger, what about, look at there. You can do some utility cutting with it. Your thumb goes right up on top. And that's comfortable. I'm not, there's pushing, pulling. There's no issue. I mean, there's no inner workings and sharp pieces to get in your way. So that's really cool. There's no issue there. There's no issue to choke up, because your hand, when you're cutting, look at that. You're already, it's almost like it's a giant finger choil. That's different. That's pretty cool. I wish I wouldn't have cut into the sheath, but that's, that's part of unboxing and learning. Of course, most people don't do that on camera. And something else is, sharpening. Yeah, world's largest sharpening choil. You could sharpen this until it's a tiny little knife. You could have this the rest of your life. So overall, first impressions. How does it feel? It feels great. Action, well, I mean, in and out of the sheath's fine if you're not looking through a camera, so it's really no issues there. The aesthetics look nice. I mean, what can I say? It's red and black. I mean, come on. I really like this harpoon blade shape. I really, really like the harpoon shape. I want more knives of that genre. And for 53 bucks, really? I mean, is there anything different I would have about the knife or sheath? Something I thought about is, see, when you do it properly. Oh yeah, and I forget about the thumb ramp. Oh yeah, that's nice and smooth. Would be if you carry it this way. If you carry it vertically, I'm not sure how that would work with these belt loops, but I think most people carry it horizontally on their belt. So carrying it vertically on your belt, I don't know that would work. I don't think so. I just think of the old style fixed blades. That's the way you carry them. So that's probably part of the deal. And that thumb ramp, yeah, if you remember to use that, that's really nice. Got to use your thumb ramp. So I just gave it a quick wipe, and most of this came right off just with a dry rag. So I think what we're looking at is that's plastic from the sheath where I was trying to cut straight through the Kyvex. That shows you how strong that Kyvex is, because I was pushing really hard. Really hard on there. That was my bad. So what do you guys think? I'm a folding knife guy myself, but I'm also open to trying new things. And this just gives me an excuse to have another knife on me because it doesn't take up pocket space. I carry 3, 4, 5 knives on me at any given time. And, I love it having all the options, and I'm addicted to knives. So I review them, and it gives me more knives to carry and review and use. So that's awesome. So far, I'm very happy about this knife. There's nothing to complain about. I'm going to start carrying it right after this video. And if you own a harpoon, a Kizer harpoon, tell us what you like or don't like about it. And, I really doubt you have this color, though, because this is pretty darn new and exclusive to Mojave Outdoors. So go check them out if this appeals to you. And let the commenting begin. I appreciate all you knife lovers. And if there's something new and you want to check it out, let me know. And if you're new to knife collecting, sucker, just kidding. Go watch all the amazing videos on this link. And remember that your day is what you make of it. So live in the present, keep those knives sharp, and don't cut yourself.